Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm taking this opportunity to be outside and get some fresh air.
I was going to say it's nice. I was wondering if you have started your holiday weekending yet.
Definitely not. I
Why
will
not?
start.
Are you working?
Yep. There is no break in the day. So whenever I can be outside and do things like get some vitamin D and do my work, I'll take it.
Yes. Yes, yes,
I
yes.
love your hair like that.
Oh, thank you. What's different? I mean, I haven't seen you in a while.
I feel
It's
like
like
the low lights are the
the
right?
low lights are just lights that are now very low, just like the rest of us, right? They were highlights and
It
now
looks
they are
good.
low
It looks
lights.
like it's on purpose.
Well,
So
I,
that's all
I
that
think I like
matters.
it. I think I like it too. Like I think I want to do this kind of ombre situation going
Yep.
forward,
It's
like kind
good.
of like an Eden ombre situation that she doesn't have anymore because she chopped her hair.
I know. Well, yes, her husband chopped her hair, but yes,
Yes. Actually, we have a question from somebody about your own hair, Becky. Did you hear what
my
I
own hair.
said? Yeah, somebody asked a question about your hair.
Oh, what about it?
We'll get to that in a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. So you are still working. Are you quarantining with anybody these days? I saw you quarantining with some of our mutual friends.
Yes. So I don't know if who made up this term, but a pod, like a safety pod, like you only date certain people
Yeah,
and no one goes outside their circle. So we
yeah.
are we are quarantining
Becky,
with.
you're a little bit pixelated right now. Do you see the
Um,
pixelation or no?
no, not at all. Hang on. Let me just try and fix it.
Okay. I think if you shut your Wi-Fi off, you get a better connection. Oh my gosh, we already have thousands of people in this chat.
Um,
You were talking
yeah, it's
about the
amazing.
quarantine.
The
Oh, I hear
quarantine.
the birds. I hear the
Is
birds.
this
It's so
better?
nice. Yeah, well,
Is this
yeah, we can
better?
see you. Yeah, this is better.
Oh,
This is a lot better.
okay, good. I'm quarantining with Kat and Andrew.
Oh, yay. Can they come say hi?
They can. I can go into Andrew's mock-up studio
Oh,
if you
Andrew
want.
set up a whole, our friend Andrew is a photographer. If you guys
Yes.
follow Becky, you may see him on her stuff. So he set up a whole studio there.
He set up a whole studio, so they're working right now. I just came over here actually to take these calls and do my work uninterrupted because it's really hard to focus with all three children bugging you. But so their house is my new office.
It's interesting because we have a question about working at home with your children as well. So we're touching on two things right away. So, okay, so you're quarantining. I was saying that earlier, kind of in March. I was sort of saying like, you know, if we all do this, or if you have friends and family obviously, but friends that do this, then we will get to a point and a place where we can be together because we all know that we've been in our, what do you call it, a pod? Like everyone's been in the same pod, so,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Right?
and we're all sort of adhering by the same rules. There's another pod that we're not connecting with that have stricter rules, and so they're off on their own pod.
Oh, is that
Um,
right?
yeah, so I mean, to each his own, right? Like we all have things that we want to be careful with. So right now, the quarantine is my brother and his family, and then Kat and Andrew, and that's kind of the circle of trust, and we're all just being
Okay.
careful, and yeah,
That makes sense. And I think you're right about like this becomes like a very deeply personal thing for people, and everybody has different ways that they're navigating navigating this.
yeah,
Um, but
totally.
I was thinking like you were in my head you were quarantining. You were like on the way to a holiday weekend vibe. You were maybe drinking a cocktail. No,
No, I'm.
I cracked open the lone beer that's in my
Oh
refrigerator
my God, I love
because
that.
it reminds me of going on vacation with you. I feel like whenever we're on vacation together, there's always beer around. Am I
I
right about
know.
that?
Yeah. I fell in love with beer after Nico was born. I don't know why, and I went heavy on the beer for like a good year and a half, and then I just had to stop because a beer
I
gut
mean,
is not cute on a
it's
woman.
not cute, but it's really not cute. And I just know that we do that when we're on vacation together. So I had to like crack. God knows how long this beer's been in the fridge. So let's
It
get
stays
started.
good.
We have
Okay.
really good questions for you. Hopefully Kat and Andrew will say hello. Okay, first let's talk about the few things. You sent us a photo of some pieces that you have been wearing. I don't know if you're still wearing those pieces, but can we talk a little bit about the Chloe dress and the Talia top, the striped top, and
Yeah.
why you love those pieces and how you've been wearing them?
Yeah, I mean, the Talia top is really just easy. We did it in a black and cream and a red and cream. I wear it with jeans. Uh, and I just like that it's like a little bit of a classic with a twist, like with the puff sleeve.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
like
you
a
haven't,
fisherman's shirt, but with a twist, right?
yeah, exactly. Or a Venice Canal sailor's shirt, if you will.
Oh, that was
Um,
very specific. Venice Canal sailor's shirt. Yes,
yeah.
it is.
So I think that it's just easy and it's light and it's comfortable. It's a really great sort of thick cotton. So I feel like I'm trying to prop the phone up here. It just feels like good because it's that nice thick fisherman's cotton.
Yeah, it looks really substantial.
Yes. And then the Chloe dress, that's the, I don't remember all the names of my stuff. So that's the brown dress, right? The brown linen dress.
It is, let's look. I think it's printed.
Someone's like, you don't remember all the
It's
names of your stuff?
this.
Oh, the Chloe dress. Yes. Okay. So that's the,
It's a really good one. I feel like it can be dressed up or down.
it can. I think it's good casual with sandals. It's based on a best-selling silhouette that we have. So we just keep sort of updating it. Or you can wear it with boots. I think it's a dress you can take into the wintertime with stockings or, just a great jacket and some, so yeah, there you go.
I love a good piece that you can winterize. It's like a dress that you could wear in warmer months and then in summer months. But can we talk about the Edie crossbody and quilted denim?
Yes, we can.
Is that still available? I love a denim bag.
It should be available. It's on
Yeah,
sale right now, so we might have sold out, but
No,
we have the
actually,
EDs.
I know that it's still available because we posted it.
Okay.
You guys can shop it on Story and Rain, and you can shop it on the podcast. The podcast, just to mention the podcast, the link to the podcast, our podcast with Rebecca Minkoff is pinned here in comments, and then at the end of our show notes, you'll see all of the things, the items that Becky has talked about on the podcast, and also her quarantine closet. So I love a denim bag.
Me too.
Go
ahead.
on, yeah.
Oh no, what's nice is it came in small and big. So depending on if you like a smaller bag or you're more petite, the small one's really great, or the big one's just awesome. That's the one I think I have is the big one.
Yeah, I need the big one. Okay, first question is from Liz. What are you selling well online these days?
We're selling outside of our bags, which we always sell well, a lot of jewelry and a lot of tops. I think people are really focusing on the waist up fashion.
Oh, yeah.
So we keep selling out of our jewelry, and it's not ever a business we had planned to be big, but people like it. So
is there a piece that people are gravitating toward?
yeah, anything with pearls. I forgot to put it in before I left the house, but we have this kind of evil eye with a pearl on it, and that we can't keep in stock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Evil eye with a pearl. That's interesting. Which Zoe's asking, which bag should she buy for summer?
I mean, I definitely think the Edie and denim. We also just launched the Megan Tote, which for $198 for a really beautiful tote that holds your laptop, your gym clothes, your groceries. If you're picking up stuff from the market, I think it's a really great tote, and it's not like dorky. Like totes can be dorky.
I've never been I've said this a million times. I've never been a huge fan of totes.
Yeah.
But every so often, a tote will come along, and I'll be like, "That's a tote I can do.
Totally.
That's a good tote." What's the flair on this tote? That's like, what is the bell and the whistle? On the
bell is the dog clip, the tassels, and then two little studs on the corners. And other than that, it's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
But like the silhouette is nice because it's not like a big fat tote that your arm can't close over. Like your arm can go down. It's very slim, but it holds a lot.
Amazing. I love that. That's a great shape. Mara, I like this question. Which of your female founder brands should I be following? Is there anybody that comes to mind in terms of somebody that might be inspiring or maybe a handful of founders that
Yeah.
are inspiring to follow that are doing fun things right now?
We just did a partnership with Birchbox. It was a female-founded box. It's sold out, but you can order the individual items if you still like them, and there's some great products in there. Kosas is a female founder.
I love
Um,
Kosas. I actually just
oh,
put some Kosas
it's the
on.
best.
The best.
What's it called? RMS? RMS?
RMS. We love RMS too.
Yep.
All clean beauty.
Yep. Arrow Beauty. So I think those are some people on the beauty front, or Someday Riley. There's a company called Energy Bits. It's like blue-green algae little protein bites, and I know that sounds
like
kind of gross, but it's really good for you right now.
We have a lot of spirulina on the website.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of that for a
Yep.
smoothie. It's really, so what, they're bites that are algae bites?
Yeah, they're these little bites. They're called
it.
Energy Bits, and we all need an immune system boost right now, so you can't go wrong with those. Who else? I'm blanking.
No,
But
those are great.
go to the Female Founder Collective, and you can see all the brands, and it's just fun to explore.
Yes, absolutely. Fiona's asking, which Instagram accounts do you love to follow?
Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't say Story and Rain.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Who have I been following? I think Jessica Alba is fun. Eliza Schlesinger is a comedian. She's pretty funny.
Oh, I don't know about Eliza.
Oh, yeah. She has a comedy thing on Netflix. It's called Elder Millennial. You'll like a lot of the jokes.
Oh, okay.
So
oh my
good.
gosh. I feel like we need to link that in the show notes too. That's a good one.
Yeah.
If you know Rebecca Minkoff, you know she likes a good laugh.
I love a laugh.
She loves a good laugh. Yes. Eliza, what is her last name?
Schlesinger. S-C-H Schlesinger. SCHLESINGER.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to follow too.
Yeah.
I like that. Lizzie, this is a good question too. Who have you loved going live with lately? You've been doing a lot of lives yourself.
I know.
I've had some fun. We saw that you went live with the name is blank. I'm blanking on the name, but a singer that we recently did a podcast with her producer. Len and Stella. You went live with Len and Stella. We saw that. Anyone that you loved going live with recently? Or maybe that you didn't know that you got to know?
I think it was fun to talk to the hot doctor, the guy from Dr. Mike.
Okay.
I don't necessarily agree with all his medical advice, but
Yeah.
he was entertaining, and it was just funny to watch all the comments of all the girls like swooning over him.
So funny.
As a married woman, I'm like, okay, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who else? Len and Stella was great. The editor-in-chief of Glamour was a nice one, Sam Barry. Eden and I cooked the other day. We made cookies, so that was fun.
That's funny.
Yeah, so those were some good ones.
That's good. Those are good. Isabel, what trends do you think will be popular in the fall? Are you getting any instincts about anything? I mean, you obviously produced for the fall already, right?
Yeah.
But like, in terms of like what people will really be wearing on the streets and what's going to really resonate.
What people will really be wearing, sadly, is fucking face masks. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's going to be your new sneaker. That's going to be your new, like, I won't be shocked when there's an off-white face mask and a LVMH face mask. You know, I think that's going to be people's, like, declaration.
Yeah.
I designed a leather trucker jacket, which I'm very excited about. It's like a very thin leather. It's oversized, so you can wear it like over a sweater and roll the sleeves up. So I'm a fan of that. And I think like, you know, men's tailoring in outerwear, I think will be big. At least that's what I designed. So I hope it's big.
I always love that. Always. We have some more questions actually later on in the chat about masks. But now that we're on the subject, you know, I have been having all these sorts of conversations with fashion insiders about the masks and this new need for masks and people who are designing masks and people who aren't, all of that. What is your personal take on like masks with flair? Are you a masks with flair kind of gal? Like I'm not personally. Like I want like a plain black sheath that, you know, I'm not a masks with flair. What's your take on that?
We designed, and they're coming soon, some really fun 3-packs. So
Okay.
you get like a leopard print, a floral, and a stripe, or you
Okay.
get some polka dots and stars and something else.
Oh, stars is cute, actually.
Yeah. So I think like we made the 3-pack fun, so you could sort of mix them up. They're going to arrive in about 2 weeks.
Oh, good. Okay, because I'll skip to those questions. It was a question from Kelly, which was, are you going to start making masks? Now we know that you are. They ship when, Becky?
They ship in about 2 to 3 weeks, and then with every pack that we get, which is a 3-pack, every pack that we sell, we're going to donate 3 medical grade masks.
Perfect. So. And then Mel, I mean, we're on the subject, so let's skip to this question. Mel is asking, what kind of mask are you wearing during Corona? Are you wearing any masks right now? Are you kind of quarantined and you aren't really out and about wearing masks?
Well, I have to wear a mask when I go to the grocery store or Target to buy endless amounts of Legos. So
right.
We had this end of the world kit that was pre-pandemic. It was just like a backpack filled with stuff, and we had some N95s in there.
I had that too. I had like a duffel bag. I think it was like from Hurricane Sandy. I had this.
Probably. That's probably when it's from. Yeah. So we had a couple of N95s, and then someone as a gift sent us like some of the simple blue ones. So we just use those.
Okay. But everyone, you heard it here. Rebecca Minkoff brand is going to be making 3 packs of masks.
And right now, if you can't wait, we're making children's masks under Little Minkoff. And that's a 5-pack bandanas, like red, orange, green, blue, pink. And 100% of those proceeds go to COVID initiatives, too. So you can get your little kids' mask, or if you have a petite face, they fit as well.
Okay, that's fantastic. So the masks, the children's are available already?
They're available, under Little Minkoff.
Okay, we're going to link to those in the show notes, but the adult masks are not ready yet. They're shipping soon.
Correct.
Okay, good. All right, perfect. So, Tori, what are you looking forward to wearing this summer?
Oh, my God. So I don't know where you live, Tori, but it's still freezing. And so I'm just looking forward to like a very gauzy cotton dress. Just an easy, breezy. Just, I'm sick of the sweatshirts and the beanies.
I know. I've got my little Rachel Comey sweatshirt on now.
Oh, I love her sweatshirts.
Yeah, I know you do. We're in such a weird. It's like fall weather. It's like this in the 60s. We don't really have a fall anymore.
Right.
Like where it's
this
in
is
the
fall.
60s.
It's
this
like
is fall.
Totally.
This is what we're experiencing here in the New York area.
Totally.
Kara, this is a really cute question too. Can you help me pick out a bag for my best friend's graduation? She wants to give her friend what would be a good graduation gift. We don't know if this is high school or college, but we know that it's graduation.
So there's a new bag out called the Mab Crossbody. I kind of wanted to figure out a bag that was what the Mini Mac was so many years ago. So it's the same price, $195 or $198. It has some studs. It's got tassels. It converts 3 ways, and it's just a new, fresh little bag.
Love it. Sounds perfect. Rebecca, we have a question from Rebecca. Do you have a favorite item from your line that you're wearing a lot right now? I guess. Is there anything else in rotation?
The olive sweater. I have it in cream and sort of a red and blue marled yarn. And then I just got my summer samples to shoot because we're going to launch that on 6/15. So I've been wearing a lot of that stuff, which like in my Julian Fringe backpack video, you can see a dress that I'm wearing that I wear a lot.
That's a good one too, guys. The Julian Fringe backpack is so good.
Suede.
So is Andrew shooting all that?
No, I'm shooting everything.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Myself. Me, myself, and
really?
I. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
That's
Occasionally
fun.
I get Gavin. I'm like, do you have 5 minutes? Can you grab a shot? But almost everything else I'm shooting.
But are you going to get some BTS of that, Beck?
What, of me shooting myself?
Yeah.
How do I get BTS of that?
I don't know, but I want to see that content.
There's a lot of selfies. There's a lot of like propping phones up and then.
Oh, yeah. I know all about that.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Allie, is there a celebrity you believe wears your clothes particularly well?
Jessica Alba.
Yeah, she
Reese
really
Witherspoon.
does, doesn't she?
Yeah, they look great in my stuff.
They do. Those are good ones. Here's our hair question. Do you do anything special to condition your hair? It's so thick and pretty.
Oh.
Do you do anything? Do you do any deep conditioning stuff? I mean, I feel like you and I have done our face mask situation, but do you do like a hair mask or anything like that?
So outside of today, which I did have my hair done yesterday because I did a full blown photo shoot yesterday for my fragrance campaign.
Oh, you
So
did? That's
that's why I have
exciting.
like incredible lashes on and the hair's
You
kind of
do,
straight. But
yeah, it looks
outside
good.
of that, I've been using this Honest deep conditioner in the shower. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I get out, I use Shea Moisture, like virgin coconut
Yep, we
leave-in
have that.
conditioner.
Yep, we have that here.
So I can't say that it makes my hair thick. Like that's just my hair, but it tames the frizz.
Probably makes it more shiny.
Yeah. Like it's I
Yeah,
hope it's doing something.
yeah, it looks good. So let's like take a pause and talk about that for a while. So you did your fragrance photo shoot. You did it out in the wild, I'm assuming. No, you did
No.
it in.
I drove
Oh,
into the city. What's
you
today?
did.
Thursday? I drove into the city Tuesday night. I slept by myself at my apartment and it was
You
divine. It was like
hold on. Was there anyone in your building? Was it like no man's land? What was going on there?
the doorman had on a mask that is what people will wear when the nuclear holocaust occurs.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, dude, like, do you
One of
have to
those
take,
intense. Yeah.
yes, like the double valve.
Yes.
Um, so I asked him if the building was empty, and he said there's like 60% of the building is here.
Yeah.
A lot of people in our building, we haven't been there in 2 months, but have had COVID. Like we kept getting reports from the condo board.
Oh,
Like there's been a lot of people, but
wow.
anyways, I got to sleep alone. I got to have my own thoughts for the first time in 2 months. I forgot what that's like.
Wow. Did you
Yeah.
do any brainstorming? Did you feel creative and inspired or
Yeah, I just got to sit and think and like
oh nice.
yeah, just like, be alone, which was
Yeah.
so therapeutic. If you haven't been alone, I get if you're alone all the time, you're lonely. But and then a good friend of mine shot me. I can't talk about who it is right now, but a friend of mine shot me.
Okay.
We were safe
Yeah.
and it was a great day and I can't wait to share the photos.
We are actually we're doing a socially distanced cover shoot today in LA with a huge superstar. So we're doing that.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, yeah. So that's exciting. Would you want to talk a little bit about when is the fragrance going to come out? And you and I have talked about your fragrance. Do you want to talk a little bit about like what it smells like and
Yeah. It's got notes of vanilla, leather, tobacco, a little amber. It's not a sweet or a clean scent. It's more musky, but there is a feminine floral. I wanted to make sure that you still had touches of like gardenia and rose. I'm
pretty?
really excited about it. I took my customer, whoever wanted to participate, along for the ride. I'm just moving into the sun because I'm freezing. It's so
Okay,
cold
we're
out.
losing you a little bit in terms of
Oh,
pixelation, but
oh.
go bask in the sun.
Okay, I'm going to stand right here.
I co-sign on that.
Okay. I'm
Ooh, and the
standing.
shades are on. Okay.
So it comes out in October, and I worked on every little facet of it, from every ingredient to the packaging to the design. So I'm really proud of it.
To the formula, because we know that you're very stringent about what you put on your skin, right?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want anything in here that's going to harm me or my children. I don't want them to, get chemicals on them. So we really made sure that its level of clean is extraordinarily high. And the packaging is
Amazing.
all, the paper is all FFC certified. The plastic, there's only one little plastic piece, and that's recycled plastic. And the glass, and we're having a refill program, so you don't have to like throw out your bottle. So just trying to be really smart and thoughtful about everything.
That's fantastic. And when does that come out? Do we know?
In October.
In October, end of October, but or like in the beginning? Do we know yet?
I don't have a date yet.
Okay, well that's so exciting. Nina? What is up next for the Female Founder Collective?
So we are talking about what our next event will look like. It'll obviously be a digital event, but gathering a great roster of speakers, um, starting to do surveys with the community about what they need right now. Uh,
Perfect.
yeah, so that's what's next. And we're going to be starting to launch some paid memberships because in order to
Smart.
make this thing go and provide, the service and the staff, we actually have to pay people salaries now.
Yeah,
And
it's an incredible resource. So it's
yeah,
and that yeah,
so
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so we're going to launch in probably beginning of June. We'll launch some memberships.
Okay, great. Um, Alyssa, what do you think are the biggest benefits of being a part of the Female Founder Collective? I guess she's talking about that from a founder point of view. What would you say to that, Beck?
So I think if you're a member, you're only going to get information and resources and help as much as you are hungry. And I think, some people just join and then they never do anything with it. But I think if you dive into the Slack group or the Google group or the Facebook group or tune into the webinars, there's a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's just a lot of people in it that you can begin to work with, whether it's cross promotions or asking each other for their black books of what their tech stack is or how they have navigated, pivoting their business. I just think you can get other founders,
Yeah.
ideas and thoughts. And I think if you're hungry to seek that out, then it's a really rich opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great support system and it's a great source of information, like you said, if you take advantage of it, if you connect with people.
Yeah.
Georgia, this is an interesting question. I'm curious to see what you're going to say about this. Georgia, what are your tips for finding a job in fashion public relations, especially during this time?
So I think that you sort of have to take an inventory of what are your skill sets right now and approach those companies that might not be hiring in those areas, but get your foot in the door. Like if I'm really good if I want to be a designer, but I happen to be great at e-commerce, customer
Yeah.
service, I think right now it's about getting and securing a job. And then as things begin to open up, showing who you're working with, your other skill sets. There are fashion companies that are hiring. I think it takes a little bit more work and maybe it's not as sexy a company.
Mm-hmm.
But go work at a company that's doing well. Target's doing well. Amazon's doing well. They have fashion departments. Like, get your foot in the door.
That's great advice. Get your foot in the door is great advice. I
Yeah.
think that's underestimated advice.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
your dream job doesn't have to be your first job doesn't have to be your dream job.
yeah, I got my foot in the door, and then you take it from there. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's great advice. Morgan, what made you decide to do a podcast? I'm a big fan.
I was interviewing these women in my store, and I felt like there had to be a better way to amplify their stories and reach people who weren't in New York City. So I literally just took the store events offline and made them online.
It's great. Orly, can you share any? I don't know if you can do this, but can you share any upcoming podcast guests? Do you divulge that kind of thing or not really?
I would totally divulge it if I had the list at hand. We're kind of have our guests slated through July, but to be honest, I don't remember the order.
Okay, honest answer. Stella, have you picked up any new hobbies or habits during quarantine?
I used to only be able to find 20 minutes twice a week to exercise pre-pandemic. And since we've been under lockdown, starting, I guess, week 2, like I exercise every day or I go crazy. So
That's great.
yeah, so I'm getting out. It's just about mentally staying fit too. And I think you need that.
2000%. You're right. Joe, how has your company been affected by COVID-19?
Oh God, go read all the articles where I tell everybody everything that's happened. 70% of my business just evaporated. So that was pleasant. We had to furlough people. We had to let go of staff, which was the hardest day of my life as an entrepreneur. We
Who's
had to
ever prepared for that, right, Becky?
yeah, no, we did pay cuts. We really had to pivot as a company and become a direct to consumer brand. And so that's what we've been hard at work doing. We're a team of 20 now working 15-hour days
Yep.
to make sure we come out of this. And it's not really about growth right now. It's about survival and coming out the other side and then reevaluating how we can grow the company back to where it was.
Kendra, do you miss going to your office?
Yes. Yes,
You
Kendra.
do?
I would give anything to go to my office. Anything.
You would?
Yes.
Wow.
I am someone that likes people. I like team members. I like my staff. And it is so hard to get work done at the house. The kids are all over you. There's no privacy. And you're constantly that like, I need 10 more minutes. Please leave. Please be quiet. If you're going to be in here, don't talk. Or even if you find that peace and quiet, like you can hear them laughing and crying and whatever. And it's hard to work. It's hard to focus. So I was like high yesterday just from being out working,
Yeah, you felt a
on
sense of
set.
normalcy going to the building and
Yeah,
focusing
totally.
for a photo shoot. And yeah,
Yeah. And getting to
you,
see like a product you worked so hard on come to fruition. And it's hard to do that remotely.
I'm excited for this fragrance. Yeah, it is. So that was a question from Davia, actually. Has it been hard or easy working in quarantine at home with your children? I think you just answered that question.
Yeah.
Okay. And then a final question, Inez, have you gotten any new ideas during the pandemic? Has it given you anything new to think about? What's inspiring you right now? Anything new come to you in these last couple of months of just change and reflection and
No.
or yeah. Well, you're just busy as always. You've always got something going on. I mean, you just did a fragrance shoot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I had like outside of doing masks or doing a t-shirt for charity or now introducing a tote for charity, like now's not a time where I'm going to come up with like
The the
I don't get it.
grandmaster idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, and it's okay with me. I'm not expecting to. I think now's not a time of reflection for me because my head is in a computer or on a phone 12 hours a day trying to keep the company afloat with the team. So I think it's just about like the creativity is coming in marketing ideas, it's coming in content ideas,
Right.
it's coming in, community ideas, and that's where I'm being creative.
Right. Right. All right, well, that wraps it up. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Yes.
The podcast, my further conversation with Becky is now live. It's on Apple, it's on Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher. It's linked here in the comments. You will also see it all over Story and Rain. And yeah, we're going to add your masks to the show notes as well so that people can shop them.
Awesome. All right.
Bye.
Bye.